Shut, you slimy glob of rubbery repulsiveness.
Finally, the best character in the entire PvZ series.
The sludge.
So we start off at the plant's base, with Woody guarding the gem of the underneath. Never mind, I like how you can see a thin line of sellotape. Creeps is using the device from the last episode to yoink the gem of the underneath. Woody orders P-Shooter to shoot it down, but he sucks and misses all of his shots.
Idiot.
However, Fume Shroom is better than P-Shooter, so immediately hits it with his gloop, but it does nothing. Creeps obtains the gem of the underneath, and it just looks like a lump of miscoloured excrement. Noctis is kerfuddled at the sludge. It then starts moving. Yeah, I composed a custom theme for this fucking thing. Why? Stick to modding GW2. Actually don't, it's awful. I hate modding Garden Warfare 2. Stop asking me to do it. Noctis attempts to get it back, but...
Get your vile, limited lifespan hands off of me.
This confuses and bemuses Noctis. The goop then communicates with Woody. I like how it has to be on this little platform thing, otherwise it'd stain the carpet.
What? None of you remember me?
Are you Shigwe?
Fume Shroom appears and is all like,
"What in the name of the mushroom gods is going on here?"
Why are you upside down? Please refer to episode 5.
I've seen that. And I never want to see it again.
He calls the gloop his son, which confuses the funny little sludge creature. He states that he will nurture and care for it, which the gloop has never experienced before. Noctis tells the gloop it should jump into the underneath pit. Why is it always so out of focus? The camera just doesn't pick up on it being a tangible thing. Noctis gets the zombies to florally assault the gloop. Basic questions Noctis' decision to attack a ball of slime powered by an unholy ancient artifact, so just decides to attack Fume Shroom instead.
You dare lay a single finger on him?
Sorry.
So the gloop just starts shooting fucking beams of death at Basic. Basic then says, and I quote, "Run lads, the Play-Doh has turned into a yandery." Also we get the iconic return of the random ass Shrek stickers in the background. I like how Creeps just doesn't run. Creeps has just grown numb to these shenanigans at this point. Fume Shroom congratulates his new son on beaming the zombies to death. Woody asks the gloop what it is. It's the gem of the underneath, which has possessed the goop and used it as a vessel. Then the gem laughs maniacally. Fume Shroom tries to convert the gem of the underneath to his religion, but the gem knows the true nature of this horrible world, but doesn't tell Fume Shroom the horrifying nature of existence. We then cut to Noctis.
Now then, any ideas on how we could defeat a rock?
Couldn't we just wait until we get signed up for another movie?
You know, that's actually the least funny thing you've ever done.
Noctis calls the gloop disgusting purple reproductive material. Noctis comes to the realization that the gem of the underneath must be possessing the gloop.
Wasn't that implied?
Shut up, parking meter! Your head is shaped like a ball!
So the plan to battle an entity that has the ability to wipe out all matter in the universe is to wipe it down with its tissue.
What's it like being an abomination of nature?
Throwing stones in your glass house there, P-Shooter. The gloop does not take lightly to being called an abomination and charges up a death ray.
Gloopy, no, do not attempt to blast P-Shooter out of this realm of existence.
Fine, I spare your pitiful existence.
That's a bummer.
The gloop is then initiated into Fume Shroom's religion, but mentions the existence of the actual gods of this world, which angers Fume Shroom and he beats him with a stick. We then cut to the zombies harassing the plants with tissues.
Hold still so I can clean you. The only thing that needs cleaning is the sins from your tainted souls.
I tell you what, the amount of sins dirtying up Conehead's soul would require an industrial drainage system to get rid of. Squash tells Conehead to stop rubbing his melons.
Stop rubbing my melons, you scoundrel! Oh, gets it! It's funny! Adult humour, that's my least favourite kind of humour.
Why are we regressing back to the shitty fucking season 1 humour? Get out of here, and he should have learned to be funny by now. The gloop is now stuck to the stick, but in the chaos some of it got on the Shroomnomicon. Fume Shroom blames the gloop for this. What a horrid father. He calls the gloop an accident.
I accidentally birthed you into this world, and I'll make it look like an accident when I take you out of it.
Jesus Christ, calm down, Fume Shroom. The Gloop is understandably upset about being called an accident. He then rips out a page of Fume Shroom's funny book and blasts it with the force of an atom bomb. This is truly what everyone should strive to achieve on the daily.
No video games for 1 week.
No.
What was that horrifying scream?
I will burn everything you hold dear to your heart.
Am I one of those things? No. Oh.
Pea Shooter just peck it in. It is not happening. Just stop. He then shoots them with the beam that disables their nervous system and paralyzes them.
What? You killed them? Nah, he just paralyzes for the rest of our lives.
Fucking hell. He states that he will make them all feel how he once felt, unable to move or speak, but fully conscious. We then cut to more shenanigans from the plants or zombies, who apparently didn't hear or see the gem screaming in agony. Creeps then uses the Gmod physics gun again on Squash, but the gem shoots it.
Oh, come on!
Would you all just shut up? Just all of you, shut up.
You're...
Did you just throw a cloth at me?
Yeah!
The Gloop recognizes Scurvy from when he puppeted his body in that one episode.
How can you possibly forget me? I am a being of pure chaos and destruction.
We get one of those like every other week.
It is really funny how just completely apathetic and jaded all of the characters are to just all of the horrific entities that torment them all of the time. Kinda then angers the gem.
Wait, I remember you. You're that guy who was angry for literally no reason.
No reason? No reason?
No reason.
Most mentally stable PvZ Plush character.
I will tell you the reason.
2 million.
Please.
He then tries to sing his backstory, but thankfully there is kindness in this world and the other characters tell him not to. So he just tells the story about his creation. The guys from episode 41 show up and buy a clump of rock that will soon become the gem of the underneath. And then they make it sentient for literally no reason, and then they cast it into the universe. The gem is then forced to endure untold eons of anguish as he sits there, ending up in the possession of cavemen, buried with an Egyptian pharaoh, present at the Last Supper, and then in a museum before being handed to Woody. That scene would have been so much more funnier if Conrad was just lazily photoshopped into every single one of those images. He then scolds Noctis for being awful at stealing him, stating to have once been stolen by a squirrel. He asks Scurvy how it feels to be a rock.
It was panicky at first, but it felt kind of cozy after a while.
What? What kind of cozy?
Felt kind of nice to get away from everything for a bit and just have a nice...
That's enough! I ran with all of you and killed you and me frozen for all eternity!
He then goes fucking insane and starts paralyzing everyone. Noctis uses Picky as a meat shield, but then in the next scene the beam just goes through him and creeps, so I guess Picky was just built different. Fume Shroom appears and is like, I'm sorry, please forgive me, my boy, but the Gloop ain't having none of it and starts blasting again. He looks like a scrotum. Then he tries to blast Fume Shroom with his patented death ray. The Gloop then realizes that maybe the reason no one ever spoke to him is because he's an insane loon with a death ray, stating that Fume Shroom is the only person to have ever cared about him in his own god-awful way. Everyone is unparalyzed.
Noctis,
Yes?
you are a twat.
And Scurvy comes along and fucking decapitates the Gloop, reverting him back into an inanimate object. Fume Shroom reactivates him and the Gloop is like, no, he was right, I'm cringe, I'm a threat to national security, no. And then he is made unalive again. We then get the final scene of the episode where it is revealed that every night Fume Shroom now makes the gem come alive and they talk about things. What a wholesome ending. So that was Attack of the Gloop, where the PvZ plushes are attacked by the Gloop. Where did Zombos go? He's just been absent from like most of these episodes. What's he up to?